Someday we'll get paid for this.
Hello. From high atop the Scrapple News Towers, I'm AP Ticker, and this is Scrapple News. Sad news. Dennis Hopper, whose portrayals of drug-addled, often deranged misfits in the landmark films Easy Rider, Apocalypse Now, and Blue Velvet, drew on his early out-of-control experiences as part of a new generation of Hollywood rebels, died Saturday at his home in Venice, California.
Oh, Mommy! 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 Mommy loves you. Baby wants to fuck. Get ready to fuck! You fuckers fucker! You fucker! Don't you fucking look at me!
Dennis was 74 years old. He will be missed. Me and Dennis, we go way back, you know. I was supposed to play the role Jack Nicholson played in Easy Rider, but I pulled a knife on him during a fight over, well, really doesn't matter anymore.
The actor, last seen receiving a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, passed away after a battle with prostate cancer.
This means so much to me, and thank you very much, everyone.
Good night, Mr. Hopper. Wherever you are, you were a rebel without a pause. In other celebrity death news, Gary Coleman, Lilliputian former child star and failed California gubernatorial candidate, Gary Coleman, he repeated, passed away on Friday at the age of 42. Gary Coleman soared to fame in the late 1970s as the child star of the hit sitcom Different Strokes. The New York Times probably said it best when they described as a black Pillsbury doughboy, tiny and cuddly with a face like a pincushion. At 50 pounds and belt buckle high, he's small enough to be a Christmas tree ornament. But from his mouth came words, well, you just had to be there.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Ah, yes. But he wasn't just a one-trick pony. He said other stuff like,
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
and who could ever forget,
What you talking about, Willis?
in local news, Philadelphia's prison population has been plunging for more than a year, as the Nutter administration has aggressively sought alternatives to locking people up in overcrowded jails. Earlier this month, the city ran out of the ankle bracelets necessary to send prisoners home with electronic monitoring. City judges have been warned that house arrest was no longer an option. As of last week, there were 773 people on electronic monitoring and 73 on the waiting list for ankle bracelets. Deputy Mayor Everett Gillison said last week that buying 100 more bracelets for about $1,300 apiece was a priority, and he's currently scrambling to come up with the $130,000. I'm going to be done with my electronic monitoring bracelet in less than a week, and I plan to donate to some lucky boy or girl out there in Philadelphia land. You betcha. A Michigan woman who fell asleep on a Philadelphia-bound flight and woke to find herself trapped in the cabin more than 3 hours after it had landed filed suit against the airline on Thursday, alleging false imprisonment. Ginger McGuire, 36, boarded a trans-state shuttle Monday night at Dallas International. During the 1-hour journey, she fell asleep. The aircraft landed about 12:30 a.m. at Philadelphia International. But McGuire said the flight crew didn't bother to rouse her. She said she woke at about 4 p.m. That's 4 a.m., I'm sorry. She woke at 4 a.m., which is in the morning, to find herself alone in the 50-seat plane with all the doors locked. 15 minutes later, the plane's door opened. She was greeted by a TSA officer and 2 Philadelphia police who demanded she produce ID and questioned her for about 10 minutes. What a great story. And now it's time for Scrapple Sports. It's a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan. Saturday night, Roy Halladay became only the 20th pitcher in baseball history to pitch a perfect game. That's 27 up, 27 down. Nerds, come on, you know what a perfect game is. The last Philly to be perfect was Jim Bunning on Father's Day, 1964, versus the Mets. The Phillies hitters have been far from perfect lately, but the bats will come around. You'll see.
Okay, Flyers fans, this is Father Orange and Black with another playoff update.
The Flyers continue their quest for the Stanley Cup. After last night's 2-1 loss in Chicago, the Orange and Black face a 2-0 uphill battle as they gear up for the next 2 games in front of the home crowd. Flyers fever has swept the area. Symptoms are high temperature, vomiting, sweating, and fistfights.
Wait, Thomas, why are you crying?
Because they lost, baby.
Oh, I get it now.
God, I don't even need that now.
This young Flyers fan is suffering from the dementia brought on by Flyers fever and parents who force her to like what they like.
Number 12.
Fine, nice.
Number 28.
Oh, well.
Number 19.
Say hurt no.
Number 33.
Boucher.
What's Boucher play?
Eagle.
And the Flyers go on a...
And finally, sports teams across the world are reconsidering their choreographed celebrations after Kendry Morales of the California Angels broke his leg after this celebration.
For the training staff right now, you know, all you're thinking about right now is a knee. Oh, you got to be kidding me right here. Helmet down.
The helmet comes down.
I hope he just came down on his back or his butt or something. Hope he just didn't land on his left leg and have the knee buckle.
Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned ass slap?
Here's a fact. I don't know whether you know or not. Sicilians were spawned by niggers.
Come again?
No, it's a fact.